Actually, interestingly, the good, the bad, the ugly combines the two things, air travel and the loony bin. There is a woman who's being called a hero today. She's Nicole Puit. She was flying from her home in Atlanta on Delta to Tucson, Arizona. And another woman on the plane started making bizarre comments about needing to get into the cockpit. She stormed at the cockpit, and Nicole Puit jumped up and subdued her. Nicole Puit is military. She's in the Army, and she said there was no way this woman was getting to the cockpit while I was there.
She didn't want to be on the plane anymore. She said God told her to do it. She had a calling. And I'm just like, wait a minute, I don't know about this conversation you got going on, but not today. Nobody else was doing nothing, so I just literally knew I had to do something. I got to make it home to my kids, my children, my grandchildren.
Salute.
I love it.
I'll tell you, anytime we have a story like this, I always think of Chris Kelly, the appeaser. Because if he was next to that woman in the seat and she was like, God just told me we need to get in that cockpit. Yeah. Yeah.
He said the same thing to me last time I was flying.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Sometimes I don't know if they'll let you in. Yeah, God told me grab that knife right there and get in that cockpit.
You want me to knock?
Can I scoot out of the way for you? Let me let you out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, God told me to storm the cockpit. That's what she said. And Nicole Pruitt's like, nobody did a thing. So I was like, I'm getting home.
I might press the call button and see if I can get another Diet Coke before you, bring the plane to a grinding halt.
I think I would have backed off in that situation.
Yeah, because Cray.
Yeah, because Cray. That's loony bin for you. That woman belongs in the loony bin. Biggie has already said such.
Yep.
And luckily, Nicole Pruitt was there. None of the flight attendants did anything. And she's like, I'm stopping this woman. And she tackled her and would not let her. And then
she's a hero.
She is a hero. She really is. I loved her description of the whole, not today.
She didn't want to be on the plane anymore. She said God told her to do it. She had a calling. And I'm just like, wait a minute, I don't know about this conversation you got going on, but not today.
Nope.
I was like, what's this conversation you got going on?
And we've learned, too, by the way, that most of the time you cannot get into the cockpit, right?
Locked.
It's too secure.
It's locked. Now, remember, they used to not even lock them, as we know from, unfortunately, September 11th. Yeah. But now, they're locked. So I don't think that would have been my fallback. I would have been like, well, I let her go because I didn't think you could get in.
Yeah, I thought she'd just run into it and get tired.
I figured. That was my thing.
Like how flies just keep flying into the same light bulb outside.
I was hoping for. That's what I would have told Nicole. Be like, you don't need to tackle her. She's just going to hit the door.
Yeah. She'll tire herself out.
Don't worry about it.
By the time we get to Texas.
Here's another hero here. Good story. Dallas, Texas. A police officer stopped for gas. He was not on duty and saw a 2-year-old being surrounded by friends and family because he was choking on a hot dog he had just bought inside the convenience store. He apparently had choked. The cop went over, picked the boy up, started patting him on the back. We have the actual audio of that, and they're saying, oh, it's still stuck. It's still stuck. So he goes full Heimlich.
He's breathing. No, it's still stuck. It's still stuck. Whatever's in there.
There it is. Hot dog piece comes out right there, right under the concrete. The guy said,
that's not how BB Shea's going to go out, is it?
Good possibility. Good.
A lot of hot dog choking happens.
The man loves a glizzy, and hot dogs can choke you.
It's probably the number one choked on item as far as food. That or steak.
Well, you told us with little kids, hot dogs are lethal.
Yeah, they are. My doctor told us that when we had...
you had to cut them up in the tiniest of pieces, right?
He told us that. The pediatrician said if you cut... They're perfectly sized to fit into the trachea.
And just block it.
The perfect size a hot dog. So he told us to mince them up, and we did, because... Kids will.
Here's your hot dog smoothie, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
The other thing he told us that has stuck with me for all these years, even though my kids are obviously grown now, he said never let a kid, like a toddler, start chewing on a balloon. Because the balloon, if you pop it, it will immediately be like sucked into their mouth.
The pieces?
And there is no getting it out. I mean, even the Heimlich will not remove that.
I'd always heard that.
It gets layered in there.
Because it's that latex mylar or whatever?
Exactly, the latex. It's the latex balloon that then they'll chew on them.
Is that why there are more mylar balloons? It's because they pop differently?
Well, I don't know if that's why there's more, but the latex was what he was talking about.
But little kids constantly are trying to do something
try
to
to
hurt
chew on
themselves.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you find one, they always have their mouth near the balloon. It's like, stop that.
And he says most parents don't stop it because they're thinking, what's the big deal? If it pops, it pops. But what happens is it gets sucked down their throat, and it is a major choking hazard, as well as those hot dogs. This is the officer.
Can BB Shea self-Heimlich?
You'd have to.
Because most of his hot dog consumption happens behind the wheel of his vehicle, yes?
If I were him,
a parked vehicle.
Yeah, I'd run into the restaurant and wave my hand and do that choking motion.
There's a line.
Take a number, sir.
Look at this big guy. He's going to come in here and run in because he's big.
Waving his arms around. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Do you think once he does his glizzy review and he's choked but been saved, I think he's got the dedication. We can ask him. I think he would continue eating that glizzy and give it a review.
Get back on the horse.
Do you think he docks
That very horse?
We watched this man eat mayonnaise out of his beard.
Will he dock the hot dog a point for the choking hazard, or would he give it?
Well, he has commented on this before that he doesn't like a thick
he doesn't.
weenie.
He likes to
like he's gotten where it's the quarter-pound dog or whatever, and he doesn't care for that.
That's right. This is the cop that saved the 2-year-old.
It was nerve-wracking, but I was happy to be able to help him. I would hope that someone would do that with my child if my child was out there in danger as well, and I wasn't there.
He went on to say, I wasn't even supposed to be here. I'm not on duty. I'm just stopping for gas. But he did it, and he's a hero here today. A cop that is not a hero has been caught drinking and driving. This is something, obviously, that you wouldn't normally or ever think you would see from a police officer.
In a police vehicle?
He was, yes. Deputy Justin Book arrested for DUI and failure to stop at a stop sign after driving his patrol vehicle under the influence near his home. He wasn't on duty, but he was drinking and driving the patrol vehicle. Claremore police responded to the report of damage to the street sign. Apparently, he ran into the stop sign, and therefore he's been arrested for DUI. His chief says, we're shocked.
His performance with us has been outstanding. He had a military career before that. He showed obvious signs of intoxication. He admittedly said that he had taken Ambient and had drank alcohol after that.
Well, there it is.
Oh, no.
There it is.
Ambient rears its ugly head.
Listen, if you're tired and you can't sleep, do not take Ambient, okay? Woo!
It'll mess you up.
I want you to take 2 things from this show today. Don't eat hot dogs, don't suck balloons, and don't take Ambient.
Sucking balloons.
You see, balloon sucking is deadly, and that right there, Ambient, you see what it can do for you and do against you. How many times have we heard about this?
Do you think he's a police officer in 6 months, 9 months? Does he get rehab?
I felt like
If he has a clean record?
because of what that guy, his chief, just said, that, yeah, he has a possibility.
Doesn't sound like he's lowering the hammer.
It does not, because he likes his performance otherwise, so maybe...
When he's not drunk, he's a great cop.
Exactly. And he threw in the Ambien as a major excuse. So I do believe he still can be a cop in 6 months, but I bet he has to go through some sort of rehab training program, that kind of thing. Mark is on the line and has comments on the cop caught with a DUI. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, years ago I worked at Winn-Dixie down in Florida, and we were on a night stock crew, and we had been locked in the building until midnight when we came out for a break. And a police officer was over by my vehicle and walked over to us and said, who owns that little Volkswagen truck thing over there? And I said, I do. And he said, how much you had to drink tonight? And everybody on my stock crew knew I don't drink, period. And he's like, well, there's 2 cans over there, and they're cold. They've still got, dew on them. And it's 85 degrees in Florida at night. So there's no way. And we could all smell alcohol on him. He finally said, he just looked at me and said, well, you just need to watch yourself, and I'll be paying attention to you. He then took off. About 10 seconds later, a sheriff from the same county pulled up in front of us and asked us what was going on, and we flat out told him, we said, this man reeks of alcohol. Those 2 cans right there, guarantee he's got his fingerprints on them. We found out the next night. She went and caught him around the corner at the convenience store buying another beer, and he was plastered drunk.
Oh, he was trying to frame you.
He was going to blame you.
Yes, he was going to blame me.
I'll just get that guy at the Winn-Dixie.
God, I am shocked by that story.
Wow.
The more and more you told that, the camera was on me. My jaw was on the floor. I was just like, what? I didn't know. Come on, police.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it either. I was like, wow, this guy's going to try and frame me for something, and I've been locked up in a building for the past 2 hours. So
yeah.
Man, that's I thought you were going to say you had been drinking. No, you don't even drink. That is a stunner to me.